Have breakfast. I'm having breakfast right now. I'm sitting here eating, and I'm going to watch Kristie cook. We'll wait a minute or two for some of y'all to join. I am going to send a link to a couple of folks. How are you this morning, Kristie?
Well, my alarm went off an hour earlier than normal, so fantastic.
Thanks to me.
I'm not a very good morning person, and I haven't had any caffeine, and I don't do coffee.
Well, that's a problem for real. That is a
When
problem.
you said yesterday with Shirley, what does Kristie hate that I can make her cook? I went, if she does anything coffee, I'm out.
Hey, Scotty Bunches. Good morning. Welcome to our kitchen. My kitchen's at the table here. Yeah, our kitchens. Hey, Mary Malone. Hey, Connie. All right. I'm going to sit here and eat toast while Kristie cooks breakfast. This is my breakfast.
I'm ready. I've been excited about this breakfast since we talked about it yesterday.
I know. I'm jelly. I'm eating jelly. I've got peanut butter and jelly keto toast. And keto bread tastes a little bit like this paper plate. Honestly, I could probably toast this with peanut butter and jelly and it wouldn't taste a lot different. Oh, so Kristie's going to make a breakfast sandwich this morning using her special bread that I swear if she dropped it in that pan right now, it might bounce. It's so rubbery. It
did bounce. It broke.
Oh, mine is a keto bread from like Walmart, Connie. I just grab any bread that says keto that's less than like 1 or 2 net carbs. It's just a tiny amount of net carbs. It's a total personal choice, Frankenfood. It's a personal choice, but it is considered we can do low carb breads. And they're all pretty much created equal. They're all pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it is kind of thin. Yeah. The peanut butter on there is thicker than a whole crunchy. I may have over toasted a bit. Kristie's bread is called Simple Needs.
Simple Needs. Right?
Yeah. It's a gluten-free bread made from millet and sorghum and raisin juice. I think that's such a funny ingredient. Raisin juice. Everybody's favorite juice in the morning.
Raisin juice concentrate, KJ. What's her? I mean.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, this one is not. I do too, Sarah. I think the keto culture smells weird. So, we're going to make a Tex-Mex type sandwich. So, Kristie is going to put her heat on and saute up some peppers. And do you have onions too in there? Just peppers? Peppers and onions. Look at that. A whole load of them. Are you making breakfast for the whole family or are you just making a big old sandwich?
I will not eat a huge sandwich, but if I have leftovers, my family won't be sad. So.
We got some butter in that pan. Or are we making lean? What are we doing? Are we doing an E or are we doing a crossover?
Well, I want to slather it with a little bit of this caramel onion dip.
Look at that stuff. Does that not look fabulous?
I'm okay with crossover.
Okay. Crossover it is. So you could make this sandwich an S by using a keto bread or a low carb tortilla if you didn't have celiac. But since she has celiac, I'll be nice and not ask her to do that.
Never again. I had my gluten baby. My gluten baby went in the trash today.
Kristie had to eat gluten for what, 2 weeks, 10 days?
2 very long weeks and I died. My bread should be an E. Let me just double check. I've never actually used this bread before, but they were talking about it on the Main Trim Healthy page.
Yeah, has to be an E.
Yeah, 17 grams of carbs. It's a lot of carbs.
Kristie, what was I just going to say? Oh, Kristie read the ingredients to me this morning, and the very first ingredient in her bread is water.
Water. H2O.
So she's gonna do like an egg sandwich with that bread, which if she just used what? Little chicken broth to cook up the vegetables or a little cooking spray, then she could totally have just an E sandwich. But she wants to go all crossover, and I don't blame her because she has caramelized onion dip. So she's going to do a little slather of that on the bread.
Well, and I haven't had a crossover this week, so I don't overdo my crossovers, and I don't usually do a ton of dairy, but if I'm going to have a little. And my bread just came in yesterday, so I'm really excited about this bread because unless I make my no-carb easy bread or, something, I don't have bread.
Yeah.
So this is exciting.
To have an easy on-plan gluten-free bread.
It is.
I may order some of that. No reason I couldn't have that.
No, and it doesn't taste terrible. Like, it's got a good flavor, and I say that knowing what gluten-free bread usually tastes like, because I had regular gluten-free bread before I was THM, and it was not so tasty. This is not dry or dried out like the gluten-free bread normally is. It can be a little crumbly, I found yesterday, but not if you're eating it fresh. The company had talked about the fact that it freezes really well, which is a good thing because I bought 8 loaves. It's a good thing I like it. I was determined to like it because I had.
So do you take out like a couple pieces at a time?
Yeah, you can break them apart. I kept 1 loaf out just because I figured this week I'm going to be trying it with a lot of things, and then I can see what I like it in and what I don't. But I did.
Mindy, thank you for saying that. Mindy says she likes this platform and of having somebody cook. And I was thinking yesterday, that dog hair doesn't need to be in my food. See, I can't even get rid of dog hair in my food when I'm eating. I'm not even cooking. I was thinking yesterday that it would be fun to do this like once a week, maybe even twice a week. And I thought I should send out like a form for people to fill out. Do you want to cook live with KJ? And set up somebody to do somebody different every week to do this with. I think it would be so much fun. And I could just have post.
Really great idea someone came up with. I mean, whoever that is, they deserve a raise. They're brilliant. I know.
Yeah. A raise. What is a raise beyond making nothing?
Double nothing. Double or nothing?
Oh, that's genius. All right, Mindy. You gonna cook with me, girl? No, Bonnie. Plan ahead of time and pick a recipe. We're talking like I pick a recipe. I give you the ingredients and then I tell you what to do. Maybe I'll make up other people will wing recipes. Mindy says terrifying, but yes, I would. I think Bonnie could do a special Squaffy episode. She'd love that. I know she'd be the first to sign up.
We did that already at the retreat.
I know. Rumor is that tree she poured the Squaffy out on in the front yard of the retreat area.
Did it die from the Squaffy?
It's flourishing.
No.
And growing mini squash. There's a little baby squash growing on the tree at the retreat house.
That's not a thing. It probably died and withered. I suppose I could butter my bread and get that ready.
Mary, I don't cook on Sundays. I'm gonna put you down for a Friday.
I think that's why she said Sunday.
Sarah, she says, I call foul. Bonnie says, girl, it's dead. It's that tree in the garden that we weren't supposed to eat from.
That's right, Miss Bonnie. I love Bonnie.
Come up here and say hi. Come up here and say hi to everybody. Wait, no. Come on. Come up here.
This is an experience everyone should have at least once, if for no other reason than listening to Bonnie heckle KJ while you get to laugh about it in front of her on camera.
Oh, sounds like fun, Mary. Cooking with Barry. We have a Cooking with Barry show.
We could do Cooking with Barry, Mary, and Eddie.
Right.
Eddie, Mary, and Barry. And I'm sure Penny and Buster would make an appearance.
Mama Joyful would probably do it and show off her new babies. Mama Joyful. Fun story about Mama Joyful. She said, hi, buddy, you going to lick the table? Yeah. She said she recently, so Mom has always had a multitude of animals, like a lot of dogs, okay? Recently, right before they traveled down here to visit, they lost their last two. So they were down to no dogs. And Mom said, that's it. We're not going to have any more dogs. We're just going to, we need the freedom to be able to travel about. We're not going to bother getting any more puppies. And then yesterday morning, Mom said to Dad, hey, if I travel down to see KJ, take a plane, would you want a dog to be here with you if you're going to stay home for a week alone to like just keep you company? And he's like, no, I think I'm all right. Well, then Mom and Dad went to a chiropractor yesterday, and the chiropractor had a brand new Cavapoo puppy. And Mom was like, oh my gosh, the Cavapoo puppy is so cute. Where did you get it? He told her, and then she went and bought two and came home with 2 Cavapoo puppies last night. So the woman who was not going to have any dogs right up until noontime yesterday now has 2 8-week-old Cavapoo puppies named Prancer and Dancer.
They're so cute.
They are the absolute, oh my gosh, they are the cutest. See if I can show you.
Thank you, Tracy. It's a Hobby Lobby apron. Someone else had mentioned it too. This is my Christmas December apron for our fun classes that we're doing. Do you see? And it has little pockets.
See if I can show you. I don't know if you can see. See, here they are. They're little wiggle butts.
I love them.
Prancer has the white chin. Dancer has the black chin.
And he's appropriately named. He was wiggling all over the place this morning.
Yeah.
I don't envy her for her 3 a.m., 5 a.m. wake-ups, though.
Bonnie says, I wonder where you get your ability to make spontaneous decisions and run with it comes from. I don't know where I came down with that. Jennifer, a Cavapoo it's so funny. They're a mixed breed, but right now they're called designer pups. They're all the rage. And most places they're outrageously expensive, and these ones weren't. That's what's so cool. They're half Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel, and half Poodle. So they don't shed, and they're very cuddly and sweet, and they're just the cutest puppies. They have got just squishy little faces.
They are pretty adorable. All right, York.
That looks awesome. Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, known as the teddy bear. They call them the teddy bear puppies because they look like little teddy bears and they're so snuggly like little teddy bears.
They are prone to heart problems, though, aren't they?
Yep, they are. Cavaliers.
Pour some egg whites in this?
Yes. So go ahead and pour, I don't know, cup or so. But don't scramble it. You're just going to let it sit so we can fold it up and put it in the sandwich.
I don't know if that's a cup.
I mean, you can put more. Just put enough in there. Put what you want. There'll be leftovers.
There's going to be leftovers anyway, so I mean, I don't know.
And then I'd stick the cover right on and let it kind of steam.
I made sure to have my cover ready. Yeah.
Sarah, I think like...
Ooh, can I put some salt and pepper in this?
Oh, yeah.
Do we season this? York?
Who's the cook here? Salt,
You.
pepper, maybe some garlic powder.
I've told you how we measure garlic in my house.
You have garlic in your house?
Have you met me?
Oh, that's right. You're the one that goes through, like, you put double whatever the recipe calls for.
Yeah, because we measure garlic with our soul.
That's right. Right.
My 9-year-old even knows that. Where's my garlic? Time to refill my jar.
Jamie. I've always wanted brothers. Now I have two. Prance. I never thought my brothers would have names like Prancer and Dancer, but here we are.
Well, did they think they would get a grand dog named Sebastian?
Kristie, little boy.
Little boy.
Pushing my luck here.
I should give him a little peanut butter treat this morning. I think he would enjoy a little peanut butter treat.
Aww, peanut butter like mom.
This is how I give him his peanut butter. Just spread it all over the plate and then let him look at the plate. His mouth, he's like,
You see peanut butter? Come up here. Come say hi to the people. Come up here. Want your peanut butter?
Aw, Bassie. Sweet little Bassie.
I'll put it on the floor for you, buddy.
Aw.
Yeah, he does too.
You're a nicer dog mom than me. My dogs get the sugary, gross peanut butter.
Oh. Yeah, mine does too. He has his own jar. He has his
Yeah.
own jar, but this was just happened to be sitting here. This peanut butter is my absolute favorite natural peanut butter. It's Trader Joe's.
Huh.
And it doesn't thicken up that much. It stays kind of runny. And I love that. Like I could legit just.
My Jif No Sugar Added does that.
Does it? Well,
Yeah.
mine stays creamy. Like this one just seems to stay completely, like even if I stir it, it doesn't thicken up too much. It stays pretty runny. That's what I love about it. I just kind of want to like, but I won't. It's probably not the right thing to do. To drink peanut butter by the jar. How's it looking?
I like eggs over peppers.
It looks like what?
Like eggs over peppers.
Oh, there. Do you have another pan on the stove too?
The one I already have warming up.
Oh, all right. So what's your bread doing? Is it toasted?
No, do you want it to toast?
Yeah. So I think I would
Toast it and then put the sandwich together?
Yeah. Did you butter it?
Yeah. Well, you
Okay.
re-yapping.
You're going to spread a little of that cheese on there. Caramelized onion cheese.
Seriously, I'm going to. It's so good. Now, it is not something I could make all the time, ever, because I could eat that whole bowl probably in a sitting, and I'm not a volume eater, but it is good. Okay,
Yeah.
these are looking.
That's from my website if anybody wants to make it. It's caramelized onion dip.
I'm going to turn that baby off because that is hot. And preferably not burn myself today.
Looks yummy. So how much of that you going to eat?
Maybe a quarter.
All right.
A big pan. And I'm not a volume eater.
So you're just going to cut a corner of it out?
I'm going to cut out the shape of my bread, probably. Because I can do that. And my boys aren't going to care what their eggs and peppers look like on their sandwich. If I had been thinking, I did not need to butter this bread or even use the pan. Unlike you, I have a toaster. I could have just
Yeah, but
popped
it's going to be better grilled. It's going to be like a grilled cheese. You got to slap some of that dip on there. So let it get all melty and then put your egg in it and then top it with the other piece of bread. I'd put a little, if it were me, but you're not me. You can do it however you want. I'd put a little dip on both sides so it gets melty on both sides and sticks together like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Well, funny story about that, KJ. Grilled cheeses are my family's specialty.
Well, there you go. Move your
I
mug.
say that
You can't see
because that's one of the. It's my water. It's precious. My grandma, one of the, bless her, she was a great woman. But she would often burn things, but she made the best grilled cheeses. So I ate a lot of grilled cheese growing up.
My grandmother made the absolute best bologna sandwich. Don't ask me why. I could make a bologna sandwich all day long, and it never tasted like gummies. All she did was put mustard, cheese in the little plastic sleeve, and bologna. But there was something about it. I guess it was just because Gummy made it.
Yeah, my aunt was that way, my great aunt.
You
My
are
aunt
not. You are going
Don't
all in with that dip.
It's my crossover, woman.
I don't know, Kristie. I think if it were me, I'd eat the eggs and peppers on the side and I would just grill up that grilled cheese just the way it is. I don't even think I'd put the peppers in there. I think it's going to be better grilled cheese. A caramelized onion grilled cheese.
I can get behind it.
This sounds fabulous.
Okay, I'm going to leave that one for me.
Did you get all the peanut butter? Did you eat it all?
Yep, you did. Every last touch of it's gone.
Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. There we go. Shut up, York. You're getting me banned. Okay, Kristie, that was your first thought. Now be nice. You're live with KJ. Why do you get your water? I'm taking mine back.
I just can't see it. I couldn't see the stove in front of
Oh.
it. I drink my water. I'm drinking it.
That'll probably be helpful.
Since I packed I have not been able to drink plain water without seltzer in it without just being grossed out for a long time. But I packed my Ninja Thirsty and have had to suck it up and just drink plain. Well, not plain. I still put cherry hydrates in it, but I'll tell you what, I've gotten used to it and I'm loving it now, which is good. Hey, Leah's here. Coach Leah.
Oh, hey, Leah. I love Leah.
We love you too, Leah.
But I'm so excited to eat this.
Yeah. Can't say that I'm not a little bit jealous.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm going to be 10 minutes late for work.
See, so now you know. When I cook something live, it takes 30 minutes. And people are always like, well, you could cook a lot quicker if you weren't on camera. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to cook in like 30 minutes when you're running your face.
I could have done it if I just didn't listen to you and just did it myself without instructions. Or prompted you to be like, listen, lady, I need the next step. Let's go. Could have done that. I'm going to be like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. It's also very hot.
That toasts up beautifully.
You have no idea. I toasted it yesterday in my toaster and it did fantastic.
Okay, I'm totally ordering that bread.
Cool. Sorry. It's hot.
I'm definitely. Imagine that.
Listen, it would not feel so hot, except I already had a burn on that hand.
Kristie grabbed the handle of a pan in cooking class the other night. She ran cooking class for me, and we took the what was it, the pull apart rolls
It was the pull apart rolls.
out, and she didn't put a pot holder on the handle and kind of forgot that it had been in the oven and latched onto it. Yes, the bouncy raisin bread, Shirley. It's Simple Needs gluten-free bread.
Yeah. They were talking about it on the Main Trim Healthy page, and I went, I'm sorry, there's a gluten-free bread on plan. I've been on plan how long, and I've not known this. And they were all talking about it, and the admins were talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. And I'm like, how have I been on plan 3.5 years and not known this? I literally live gluten-free. I have yet to find one that I really liked. But this is not bad at all.
Meredith wants to know if it's the super duper year's worth of pay expensive one.
You know, it was pricey, but it wasn't. When I think about how much it costs me to make my own or to stock my own no-carb easy bread with shipping, it's really not that different. And if I can get a sandwich like this, and since I'm the only one who eats gluten-free in my house, you know.
That loaf of bread's going to last you forever. Stop it. Look at that cheesiness.
I know. So it's really good. But, I mean, look at how good that is.
That looks beautiful.
I will pay for something like this because it's the only bread I can have. Now, the loaves are pretty small. Like, they come in this little thing. And they literally only fill the round. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 14-ish slices of bread. But that's not bad considering it's...
Well, that's 7
bread.
meals. 7 meals worth of bread.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Not that bad.
And it wasn't, I don't remember honestly how much it was because I would have chopped off my arm or given my firstborn for it. So I don't recall.
I'll have to get some and put it in my freezer.
get a
It's
knife
called
and
Simple
slice it.
Needs. Alice, Simple Needs.
Yeah.
Sounds like I need to get an affiliate link. Everybody wants the bread.
See, this is because there are those of us who can't have the gluten. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that looks so much better than Shirley's breakfast yesterday. Although Faith made that pudding and said it was fabulous.
Because it is good. Shirley doesn't like oatmeal. Okay, I'm going to take a picture because I take pictures of all my food.
And then you're going to take a bite so we can all go along with you. I think she ordered it from the Simple Needs website, Debbie.
I did, right from Simple Needs, and
Yeah.
you can actually auto ship it.
She
Okay.
did it, Leah. She hates oatmeal. And the recipe I had her make yesterday ended up being the consistency of oatmeal, which we didn't really kind of think about ahead of time. And so she didn't eat it. She ended up making hash and eggs. Go for it, woman. Gosh, that looks so
It's
good.
a lot. Mm-hmm. 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 That's worth every crossover bite.
That dip makes a good cheese spread.
Mm-hmm. But I was prepared if I didn't want to do crossover.
Yeah. Laughing Cow on that would have made a beautiful grilled cheese too. And it would have been a perfect on plan E.
Mm. Nope. That was good. If I was going to, normally I do fruit as my crossover. I don't do dairy and carbs. But if I was going to do dairy and carbs, I would do that again in a heartbeat.
You know, that dip would make a great grilled cheese on a no carb easy bread though.
Mm-hmm.
Or on a keto bread or, you know, a low carb tortilla. Either of those would work really good.
That would be amazing.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me, Kristie. It was fun. Now you got to go to work and do the real stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yay!
We'll have fun. All right. Love you, girl. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, guys, for coming in and watching us. I'll get a form out there and start taking applications of who would like to cook live with me in the mornings, and we'll do more of this because I think it's fun to not have to make the mess because this means I don't have to clean up, and I appreciate that once in a while.
I don't either. I have 3 kids.
All right, friends. Have an awesome day. We'll see you back tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.
They said something about holding it down while it blends, so maybe I should have done that. You're gonna come.